welcome to the Glasstire Top 5 for the week of September 17th, 2015. I'm Rainey Knudson.
I'm Christina Rees.
Before we leap into this, we sent out an email yesterday for our Robert Irwin Michael Govan talk. Legendary artist Robert Irwin, Michael Govan, director of LACMA. We're bringing him to Houston October the 17th. And within 2 hours of sending out that email, over half the seats in the theater had already been reserved. So
Woohoo.
You have to make a reservation. It's free, but go to this link, glasstire.com off-road, and reserve your seat now. Number 5. I am content with what I lack, the Poetics of Japanese Gardens. It's only up for 2 weeks. It's in the 4411 building on Montrose in Houston, and it was done by the Japan America Society of Houston, JASH. It's incredibly ambitious, this very small gallery space they've turned into a Japanese rock garden, separating the space out with paper screens, and then cherry picking, it's very Japanese and very elegant, these few artworks that they are exhibiting throughout the space. And it's a stunning installation. It's very olfactory because they brought in moss and rocks, and I just enjoyed it so much. It's this weird little thing that's happening for just a couple of weeks. So
number 4 this week is Russell Etchen. It's at the Contemporary in Austin. It's called Release Under Police Freedom of Information. As far as we understand it, he's going to be essentially preaching for about, hours? 3 hours? I think it sounds like there's a lot of mystery around this. There's very little information. I think he's going to be addressing some sort of dystopia 200 years from now. What is the value of art in the age of artificial intelligence?
I've known Russell for a long time as the former director of Domi Books, both in Houston and Austin, the great little bookstore. And then, and his work are these sort of modestly scaled drawings of multiple objects. I've never seen Russell preach. Number 3, Kehinde Wiley, A New Republic at the Fort Worth Modern. That's going to be a biggie.
Yeah, this is a big mid-career retrospective for this very, very popular artist. This show has traveled down from the Brooklyn Museum. He's New York based. You've seen his work. I will put images of it on the screen. He does these giant paintings in the style of old masters. They're big portraits
with these elaborate, usually textile design backgrounds, often in gold leaf they're quite. There's a lot about luxury, and there's a certain glibness that some people identify in the work, but there's an argument against that to be made as well, for sure. Number 2, Katia Santibanez at Texas Gallery. All I can say is that of all the shows that I saw last weekend in Houston, and I saw a lot, this was the one that stuck with me, and I almost can't even explain it. It's so weird, and it's the exception that proves the rule, because for me, usually contemporary abstract painting, when it is really competently well done, is still even more rarely actually interesting, because it's just retreads so often of these 40, 50, 60, 70-year-old ideas. And I was struck. These are very intimately scaled. The JPEGs, looking at them on a video, it will not translate what it is to see it in person. The surface quality is just velvety, matte. It is acrylic, but her handling of the material is so masterful. She's, like a lot of abstract painting, it's not really abstract. She's working from leaves, she's working from waves, she's working from nature, but she's interested in architecture and the grid and this sort of it's so hard to talk about it because it's sort of like, well, it sounds like all the other abstract painting, but it really wasn't.
All right, so number 1 this week is Arthur Peña at the Public Trust in Dallas. This is none of this will be unveiled until Saturday night. He's been working on this for months. This is it's kind of a new initiative by the Public Trust to show one piece of work at a time, and I think Arthur Peña is really pulling out all the stops and creating something possibly spectacular. We don't know. He's primarily a painter, so I think that he's working within that line, but we don't know what to expect.
We don't know what to expect. The Public Trust, this is the first in a series that they're going to do where they are going to challenge the artist to create a single work that holds the room rather than multiple works to fill the space. None of that seems to be getting away from tradition per se, but I am very curious, and I'd like to see what Arthur's come up with working that long.
Yeah, absolutely.